Hello and welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a role-playing game written in Elm about design patterns. And we're up to the point of we have a new puzzle type that I'm calling a multi-answer puzzle. And this is for situations. We have a few examples where there's a room and you can see three walls and there's things written on the three walls, and you've got to answer with the pattern that thing written on the wall suggests. And if you get all three right, you've solved the puzzle. Next thing can happen. All right, let's go to the IDE. Now, we left off. Something is complaining. Let's see, it's the view. Okay. I think I tweaked something right after the show, but the challenge we have here is we're trying to make the multiple answers. So we're given a model and a list. We're trying to produce a list of HTML messages, which is going to be the select statements for these things. Okay, and if we find this thing, make multi-game model. Well, we have the multi-answer has answers puzzle. Here's multi-answer, and we make multi-answers there. Okay. Let's see. Now the thing we're given. Well, let's see. I guess it's the answers puzzle. Okay, I don't know. This looks like it's like I wasn't here for when we put it in. I don't know. It doesn't speak to me, and I feel like I've neglected testing my UI stuff, and I'm going to try and change my principle and start doing some UI tests. So I think we might have a view test. Yeah. Okay. Pretty minimal. All right. What we want to do, put this over here, and I'll pin that, and I'll pin this. Eventually everything gets pinned. All right. What I'd like to do in my test is I'd like to be given the multi-answers. Where's view? Okay. So I'd like to be given, well, it's really this game.get answers puzzle current room current game, okay, which says take the game, dig out the answers puzzle piece. Okay. And the answer puzzles piece is on the room, and that is a maybe answers puzzle. All right. And we would like to produce the select statements that correspond to that answer puzzle. All right. So let's try and make a test. And I don't even know what the test is like at this point. Well, list of HTML, that's a good thing. So the test is given, well, converts maybe answer puzzle to list of options. Well, select HTML selects. Okay, that's pretty much true. Oops. I'm gonna do my pipe. Oh, I'm getting this backwards. Yep. Okay, and a lambda. Okay. We're gonna have I'm pretty confident that this gets me the answers puzzle I want. Okay. And so if I pass in a maybe answers puzzle to some function, make options. I don't think I'm going to pay attention to this. I'm going to say if you gave me an answer puzzle that's a nothing and you pipe it into something that's supposed to make the multi-answers, I'm going to expect that thing equals the empty list. Okay, and this is, let's say, view dot. Okay, now clearly I've got some type issues. Unresolved reference. Okay, let's do an import. Let's do an expose. Okay. Now hopefully somebody complains. The type doesn't really match, but we'll take the import. No. Now the complaint should be this type doesn't match. Okay. Maybe A goes to a list of HTML message, but we found my whatever this thing is. Okay. And we may need more, but for now I'm going to say it takes maybe answers puzzle, and it produces a list of stuff. Okay. And I'm going to comment this stuff out, but I got a feeling we don't need it. Okay. We expect a list. Let's make a list of text wrongo. Okay. So if my, well, let's make this puzzle. If my puzzle is empty, nothing, rather, because it's a maybe, I would like to get back, well, I'd really like to get back the empty list. Okay, does this pass? Well, we'll take this out for a moment too. Okay. Whoops. Try that. Save, see if this, well, test run fails. Okay. Internals, whatever that means, converts maybe answers expected equal. Well, I don't know what internals means, but I'm expecting if I change this to that, then it passes. Okay, so, well, we've sort of handled the empty case. Let's keep going. Okay, converts a nothing answer puzzle to an empty list. And converts just answer puzzle to list of HTML selects. Okay, so answers puzzle, let's see if we have that up here. Yeah, well, it's simple. It's a list of pattern names. Okay, and I'm going to take the leap of saying I can get two patterns working at the same time. Pattern 1 and pattern 2. Maybe that's not right. Well, this is interesting. Okay. If I send it to view, make multi-answers, we'll make this adjust because it's a maybe. If I send it to make multi-answers, well, I expect it to equal, this is where it gets a little less obvious to me. It's something like this. I want to select I want one entry that's a select on input. I'm going to say guess pattern for now, just to get rolling. And make options my game. Well, let's find make options. Oh, not far. Okay, so this one basically converts the game, digs up the game, and converts it to list of all answers. All answers used in the game. Well, I'm not sure that's going to be completely right, but let's go with it. Okay, so make options my game. What is this giving back? Well, it's giving a list of HTML messages. Game.allAnswers. Let's see, two options. It basically maps a list of strings. Okay, so each one becomes option. I don't know. Let's call to option. It knows how to do a job. Let's let it do it. I don't know. Select options, make options. On input, whoops. Import that. Import that. That. Two options. Well, I think this is where the game is coming in. I don't want this thing to get too complicated. Well, I want a moderately complicated thing, so it's going to get a little complicated. So what this should do is it should create two select statements, one for each puzzle situation. Okay, guess pattern is not going to be sufficient, but it's something to get me moving. And then two options. Two options. We saw it somewhere over here. Two option takes a list of string and a string. Okay, well, that's something we can do. Two options. We know the first option is let's take a list of strings and the string pattern 1. Okay, that's two options, and then two options, a list of strings, pattern 2. Okay, I'm gonna live with this for a moment. I'm just trying to get moving. Okay. What we're gonna have to do eventually, this guess pattern is gonna have to be a new guessing mechanism. So right now, there's only one way to select an option, or on any given page, there's only one way to choose a pattern, and that's guess pattern. I think what we need is a guess multi-pattern, and it's going to have to take, I believe it's going to need an index so it can tell which line we're on. And then, yeah, I think it needs the index for the pattern it's selecting. And then the two options, the contents of this, they're really going to be bigger. It somehow has to be all the answers in the game, or we go in and we start refining it. We make it so that the multi-answer, you just choose from a small number of answers, and then we have to give that list, which is probably a better choice, but I'm gonna, I don't know. Let's just put pattern 1 here and pattern 2 and see what happens. Okay. Just answer puzzle to a list of elements. We got nothing, and we expect that to equal to a bunch of stuff. I don't know if internals means I can't compare these statements. That would be kind of sucky. All right. And I don't know. I'm clearly too far down the rabbit hole here, or too buried with ideas. You fix that? Okay. So I'm just going to trim it down to 1, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so make multi-answers. Well, what? Have I picked too hard of a case? Maybe I have. Let's back this up a little. Let's make a case more like this one. Okay. Converts, let's say, empty answer puzzle to an empty list. Okay, so if we have just that, then we do expect it to equal empty list. Okay, so the first one is nothing, where there's no puzzle object at all. The second one is where there's a puzzle object, which is a list of patterns, but the list is empty. Okay, either way, I'm saying we should get an empty thing back. Okay, this will fail. No, it won't. Well, apparently it will. Make multi-answers. Wait a minute. Converts just answer puzzle to... I'm on the wrong one again. Okay. Yes, this will pass. Okay, because we hard-coded this answer. All right. Now, I want to get... what I want to do is I want to iterate over the things that are in the list if the list exists. And I think that was what I was trying to get at with maybe.map. So let's check out that again. Are we in maybe? We're in list. Let's look at maybe. Okay. Map takes a function. Well, that's not a very deep map. I wanted a list of stuff. Okay, maybe I'm doing the wrong. Okay, if I map this to that, I either get a nothing back or I get a just applied to the function applied to it. That's not the same as the list one. Apply a function to a list, everybody gets mapped. Okay. If okay, let's turn this into a case. The puzzle of if it's nothing, we want to return empty. If it's just patterns, what do we want to return? Well, for now, let's return empty. Okay. And we should get 2 out of 3 passing. Why are all 3 passing? Oh, we don't run this test anymore. Okay. So we've covered the cases of no patterns and empty patterns. All right. Now, if I have any patterns, I want to map them. Okay. So let's bring back this test. Okay. So if I have patterns, yes, that should fail. I don't know if the comparison is going to work on the select and all that stuff, but I definitely want to map it. Okay, so I'm going to map. I'm going to do list.map. I give it a function, and I give it a list of stuff, which is this. If, well, no, I'm going to give it patterns. We're assuming somebody else is going to go through that for us. Okay, I give it patterns. What do I want to do to each one? Well, that's this. Is it make option? All right, well, each pattern is going to map into a select. So this is, I guess it's lambda pattern goes to something. I'll parenthesize this. Okay. Now, what do I want to do with the pattern? Well, I want to do something like this. Okay, make options, select, list of HTML message, found HTML message. Well, I'm okay with message. Okay. All right. Now the funny thing here is this make options. What is that? It's a list. It's a bunch of options. Make options my game. Well, again, I'm just not sure. I think make options my game. Well, the way we're saying it now, it's static coming into us. So make options. I'm just going to say options. Okay. And you're going to have to give me. Well, I think you're going to have to give me a list of HTML messages that correspond to these options. Make options my game. Well, it digs stuff from the whole game, so that's okay. Let's go back to this. All right. If you gave me the game, I could do something with it. Okay, so main game model. And an ABB answer puzzle. It's a game. Okay. Why is make option game? Okay. We're compiling. Let's see what we got. I don't know. Okay. Well, our test doesn't pass in enough stuff, for one thing. I'm going to pass in a default game. Pass in the default game. Result reference game. Okay. View and make multi-answers takes a game and a puzzle. Well, what's it take? A main game model. Main game model. Where's model? It should be default model then. Okay, you take that. Same thing for that. Excuse me. All right, watching view test. Function cannot handle view test line 44. Oh, one more. Oh, now maybe this is not so good. I don't know. Maybe I can't compare these things. That's what it seems to be. Internals. somehow mapping a pattern, the pattern should come into it somehow. Okay. Well, that's this thing. I don't know. All right. I don't really care about make options at this point. I don't know if I can run. Okay. What's the pattern? Identify the patterns. Okay. Well, unfortunately, there's no example answer puzzle here. Let's put one in just for just so we can see this thing moving. Okay, so if we put in an answers puzzle, and the result of this is proxy. Okay, let's see what we get here. Well, we get nothing because we never hooked anything in. Okay. Make multi-answers my game. Make multi-answers my game and the answer puzzle. Dot well, that's the puzzle there. Okay, so now we're calling make multi-answers with this stuff. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, well that's kind of looking right. Kinda. Okay. This is enough to go forward. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling that I can't test the view the way I wanted to, which was just compare the select statement to what I got, because I'm not getting any kind of helpful message. And there's definitely a thing where if I get a function involved, it can't do it. And I don't know. Let's see what select is. Well, that's not helpful. It's a virtual node select. Yeah. Okay. Let's extend the dungeon. Proxy prototype. And is there another P? Decorator. Okay, and make sure this thing puts 3 in. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's putting 1 for each. Okay. Now, what? I don't know. I don't think that is useful anymore. The good thing here, I mean, this appears to be giving us the options we want, which is go through all the rooms, find any answers, and choose them. All right, but like I mentioned, we need a different handler for this. And I'm not quite so sure how to pass parameters in. And I'm not so sure, on input guess pattern. Let's go to our command message. Okay. Now, it handles guess pattern. Okay, so it calls guess the pattern with the model and the guessed answer. Okay. Well, we can see it's updating the guesses and it's updating what's solved. Okay, so it's trying to determine if you solved it, and that's this basically. If your guessed answer equals your answer name, where I don't know where this is coming from, then it's a set of one room solved. Okay. I'm not. Okay, where's guess pattern? Guess pattern takes a pattern name. So where is that? I guess guess pattern is going to get the pattern name at runtime on input. All right, let's see on input. Check out target value. It grabs the string at the target value. Well, where's on input again? Takes a function that goes from string to message. All right. So I'm gonna say let's do guess multi-pattern int and a pattern name. Okay. And let's see what breaks. Oh, I'm sorry. Our test, let's comment out this last test because I don't think we're getting anything useful from it. Okay. I'm expecting message to create possibilities. Yeah. Okay. So guess multi-pattern has to be in this case statement, which we'll do. Okay, so this is guess multi-pattern of index and guessed answer. Okay, this is something. So if you got back here from whatever selection they did and they selected when comparing 0, 1, or 2 for those three patterns we had, they selected 0 and they guessed the answer proxy. Then we're called guess the pattern model guessed answer. I don't know if that's the right one to call. Probably not. But again, I'm just trying to get some progress. I'm trying to introduce this and say there's a new type, and if you call it, it'll handle these things. Okay. So, ugh. All right. Well, I know what we need to do. Normally we take a break about now, every 40 minutes or so. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll put in some tests around the guess multi pattern. And I don't know, I see simplifications we can do, and I don't know if that's just a diversion, but probably it's better to push through this guess multi pattern so that we can see in our game when we select one of these. I'd like to be able to select this and have something analyze. Notice these two became the same, right? So that's definitely not right. They all became the same. Okay. That's definitely not right. So we will come back and separate these things out and do some tests around it. So I think that'll move us forward. I think we're getting there. All right. See you in a couple minutes. Hi, welcome back. All right. So something's going on with this dialogue puzzle thing. I don't know what the deal is. Have we updated the right way? Okay, multi-guess pattern, leave solutions alone. Are we on the right test? Update guess multi-pattern, leave solutions alone when not all guesses are correct. Okay. So we have a game with visited room. We update the multi-guesses. We set the multi-guesses to initially, let's say right answer 1. I'm going to distinguish these a little. All right, and unknown. So they've correctly answered the first one. We'll have to put that in the game to make that correct, but they have not answered the second one. Then we do an update. We say try and answer slot 1, but give it the wrong answer, and we expect that to equal a game where solved is empty. The multi-guess is updated with wrong answer, and the game is, well, where is this coming from? Well, that's the reason we have the wrong dialogue in there, because who knows what's going on there. Well, the game normally doesn't change once you set it. I don't see why we're setting the game. I don't see why that other test is either, but oh, because they put game with observer puzzle in there. Did we? Oh no, we did not. Okay, let's do that. Game equals game with observer puzzle. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's funny how even a 2-minute break is enough to get correct here. All right. But I don't think that's really what we want, is the downside of this. Okay. So what this does is it updates the map. It says room has room with observer puzzle, and that has a dialogue puzzle. Well, we want, I think we want a room with an answer puzzle. Room with answers puzzle equals, let's take the unknown room with answers puzzle equals, I guess it's going to be just, and then it's going to be an array. And in our case, the array is going to be right answer 1 and right answer 2. And a game with answers puzzle is default game with map equals, yeah, with map equal dictionary dot from list. And in the dictionary, we're going to put room and room with answers puzzle. Okay, now we need to use this thing. Guess multi-pattern with answers puzzle with answers puzzle. Okay, now this should pass. Okay, I'm I guess that's, I don't know. Because what we're doing now already is we just keep track of your guesses, but the only time we're supposed to update things is when you actually solve it. Okay, so the challenge of this one was just kind of getting everything positioned, but the real test for this is this one. Let's see. Leaves solutions alone. Yeah, we checked that. Okay, this test is going to put it to the test, as it were. All right, so this one, this is the case where you actually solve both correct answers. So it's going to look like more like the previous test. So this game with visited room, that's the first part. That's okay for the second. Okay, so game with visited room and an update. Guess wrong answer. Let's make this right answer 2. Okay, so update guess multi-pattern marks room solved when all guesses are correct. Okay, so this is certainly going to be game with answer puzzle here. Whoops. Game with visited room, but the game equals game with observer puzzle. No, with answers puzzle. Okay, and I think this game equals really belongs up there. Just in terms of like what's being changed. Okay. Now, yeah. So we start with right answer 1 unknown. We set this one to right answer 2. If you recall, that's the 2 answers you need. And so we expect that we have the same game, but now we have a credit for a solved room, and then multi-guesses. Right answer 1, right answer 2. Okay. That should fail. Usually we have no trouble with failing. Okay. So the difference is we got back one that had no credit for a solved room, but it should have had it. That's good. Okay. Now, making it work, oh, that's the trickier part. All right. Wow. Okay. So we've tracked the guesses, and let's see if we can see that. I don't know. No, we can't really. We're not looking at the right thing, I don't think. I'll take a run at it, but I'm pretty sure if this didn't work, then those didn't work. No. I don't know why this is changing, but it's something in there we've done. All right. Guess the pattern. Oh dear. This is where I feel like if I knew what I were doing better, I just don't have the right patterns myself for the way the Elm one works. This to me seems, I don't know, a little odd. But I mean, this is the real deal here. All this stuff is just updating the equivalent of guesses. It's just so hard to update multi guesses. We had to do it in the 4 steps. But to decide if it's solved, yeah, I just don't really care for this. It's there must be a better way. Anybody wants to speak up, you're always welcome to, because I'm trying to learn Elm, but I'm not an expert at it. So anybody that knows more, I'm welcoming advice. All right, so this says update the guess, and I guess it's really updating. It's really updating the guess and the solutions. And I kind of want to do the same kind of thing. But really, what has to happen is here, this guessed answer name equal answer name, wherever answer name is coming from, because I have no idea. Oh, okay, right there. We need to loop in our case, right? We need to make sure all the ones match, and so somehow we have to loop through updated array, and if each one equals the real answer, then we're going to accumulate it like we did here, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a like, is there a Boolean map or? I want something that's true only if all conditions hold. There it is, all. Okay. Whoops. So if I give a function that decides if this element satisfies, basically equals the value it should, and I give a list, then it's going to come back with the Boolean. Okay. Okay. All right, so this fails as it should. We need this to update. Well, let's let this room, if solved, equals, let's make it empty for now. All right, and then we can adopt this line. Model with multi-guess equal that, and solved equal that. Equal this room if solved. That seems okay. Found list A. Okay, so all I've said is add in the empty list without looking at whether it's solved. So it should fail the same way. This room is solved. Wait, test run failed. Okay, yeah, failed the same way. Okay, good. Now, do we have to get all this stuff? Well, okay, let's look at room. Room.answer. Wait. Is maybe a pattern. Maybe map answer to room.dialog puzzle. Okay, maybe answer. Oh, golly. Okay. So we got the model, we got a string. I guess we can ask the model. We can't ask answer. It's really like answers. All right. I don't know. It's clear I took too big of a step here. This is really tricky. All right. Well, what I would like room.answers. Answer says, okay, if you can get the answer, get it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask it for answers. Okay. So the answers is going to be an array. Let's put the case in. I'm going to do the same stuff here. Room.answers. Well, let's deal with this first. Nothing goes to set.empty. Just answers goes to, let's make it set.empty and make slight progress. Yeah, it's okay. We'll do that. Now, so far, room.answers doesn't exist. Okay, so we can't get to that. So let's go make it answers on room. Answers on room is maybe list of pattern name. Maybe I have to parenthesize that. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can make my life easier if I don't know. Okay, maybe not map answers on room.answers. maybe A, answers B, answers puzzle. Is a list of pattern names. What the heck? This is, I think it's just room.answers puzzle. The answers for a room is a list of these things. Okay. Maybe working too hard here. I don't know, but we can get the answer puzzle for her room. Message. Okay, so room.answers. Get the answers for the current room from the game. If they come back empty, do nothing. If they've got answers, we need to find them. Okay, so this one is well, we said this would be some sort of all, so it's list.all. The function is complicated. Why can I just set this aside? Let's return set.empty for a minute. Okay. And this is, fix me. I'm looking for a helper method. Okay. So what we got is a list of answers. And I think we need to get... Okay, well, there's the room answers. Is that. We need to compare it to the model's answers. Okay, so I guess I'm looking for a function that is true if all are answered correctly. So answers all correct is something to Boolean. I need to know the answers and I need to know the guesses. Okay. Okay, for a moment. So answers is an array. No, it's a list of pattern name. And the guesses are a list of pattern name. Is that right? No, they're an array of pattern name. Okay. Because they're coming out of the model, out of the multi-guesses. Okay, so if you had all that stuff, well, we said it was well, I want to zip these two together, and if they're all equal pairs, then it succeeds, otherwise false. Okay, so how about a list.zip? Yeah. Oh, unzip. Where's zip? Why do you have unzip but not zip? We can append two lists. We can concatenate. We can intersperse. No. Map two lists, combining them with a given function. If one list is longer, the extras are dropped. Well, that's this one basically. List A, list B, get list A, B, list map tuple dot pair X's and Y's. There's no zip. Okay, let's do a quick search. Elm zip function. There is no corresponding list. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, list.map2. Okay, so if you did list.map2 of tuple.pair, and we took the answers and the guesses. All right. No, come on. Let's go see that again. List.map2, tuple pair, and two lists. List. What's your problem? Bull, found list of pattern name. Oh, well, yeah, I'm not done yet. Okay. Now we got a list of pairs. If we do all, list.all, and the function is lambda x y, well, no, it's lambda xy goes to x equals y, right? Come on, let me do it. Yes. Okay. So if I map everything, basically I zip the two lists together. I walk through and make sure each pair has all its stuff. If that's true, then the answers are all correct. Okay. So if I got this, I'm feeling better here. Okay. If answers all correct, it needs the answers, and the guesses. Well, the updated array has our current guesses. Array. I don't think we need to be quite so fancy if it doesn't require it. Okay, if the answers are all correct, then we're going to return set.singleton of current room. Otherwise, back to set.empty. Okay, what's the matter? Oh, do I have to say then? Okay. If all the answers are correct, then singleton model current room set.empty. Okay. This is what I believe is right, so it should pass. Okay. Gosh, I should feel that certainty that only gets cured by seeing the run. Instead, I've got this ambiguity that I want it to pass, but I don't really know if it's going to. Okay. All right. So I think we've done what we set out to there. I mean, that's the cases we got to cover. Let's see if there's anything else on guess pattern. Leave solution updates guess. No, I think that's okay. So now guess multi-pattern appears to be doing the right thing, that when it finishes it makes sure that the model is updated to reflect the solution if it's solved, and updated to reflect the guesses. Okay, the guesses in the solution. Okay. So let's go back to viewing. All right, now this should run, but I think we're going to have the same issue. And I think it's mostly a display kind of issue, that the view overlaps these things. Okay. Wow. Oh. I thought this would take maybe one session, and it's been 1.5, and it's not done. All right. I got 5 minutes, so what can we look at? Let's look at the view. Okay, we know the view is funny because I've got pattern and it's not used, so something can't be right. Okay, so let's find make options. Take the game, take the default answer, which is like, I don't know, and the current guess. Oh, well, current guess, right? That's kind of the issue. Sorry, view, that's model. Whoops, current guess. Okay, current guess has got to be a function, right? So I'm guessing we need something that's like current guesses. That's the multi-guess version of this. String in a main game goes to string. Get the current room's guesses. Otherwise, we'll take the default guess. Okay, what goes on over here then? Default answer. Yeah, okay. And the right answer. All right. Well, I think we'll pick up there next time. Man, my to-do is. Well, we're at green. We should be checking in. We didn't do that much today, did we? All right. Display multi-answer puzzle. Well, we didn't really display. Let's say we. Whoops. I think what we did was we track the multi-answer puzzle. Track the answers for the multi-answer puzzle. I think that's what we've done. All right, let's push that. Okay. Well, next time is going to be this coming Friday, and we'll handle this display issue. So I think we're up to that. Let's record this. It's 25, 2021, 12:05. Okay. So we'll pick up there next time. Next time is this coming Friday. What is that? The 6th, 8th, 10th? of December already. The year's quickly exiting. The 10th of December, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And thanks for joining me today. And I hope I catch you in the future. But have a good week in any case. Bye-bye.